Nyame adom ya wonkwam ya sanso ehyehye aha your all sports GH nyakopon ohira bebre. And of course you know sir, this is your usual back to back latest sports updates ewo ho opani bibia e fine there.
Nyame adom kwaku bibia e kama pa.
Mama ikremel kakrai na yomoko bibia e fine there.
Nyame adom
fantastic.
bibia e kama.
Fantastic. There are lots of things in ACC ayeba be bo ho nkomo. Me no ka CCA hakancha Nuglu Ellen Lautaro Martinez Asia aye meet na onsan komo we na what abo pass 2 players no nsam wo mumu ewo Inter Milan omienu Asia oma resolve omu issues nyina ewie nti say the asumdwe aba cha Nuglu betina asumdwe beba de to so biu mame Gyokeres see edin kan aka say badie onam kwanso a oba 63.5 million plus 10 million add-ons. The add-ons ni chechirimu ni nyina bewie. Oba Arsenal for qualify for Champions League be 1 million the next 4 years. Onya goal contribution of 20. She says Canada easy add-ons. Inti oya television so a Gyokeres on any agent fan Hassan Setenkaya on enam kwanswa almost so eba inti say asumdwe aba asembie ni ho afen so mami Ruben Amorim the guy Ruben Amorim on ko bi sanse look sure say obetna club ni mu acha na pacho ya no aba na wako na ose look sure a world class player na obi ehu look sure the qualities are owo ne do betimi aka say afi look sure benya competition ye pa sanse Patrick Dugu yakofa no edinaba until you sure say look sure ebenya a lot of competition and don't be say the new signings here was afade abe how impactful and no yet to the Manchester United team. Ruben Amorim say, let me quote him, the new signings are really humble. That's very important to statements or the new signings are really humble. That's very important. They had other options. They saw what people said about our club, but they still chose to be here, and that means a lot to me as a coach. Right now, we have to be very careful who we bring in. Right now, we have to be very careful who we bring in. If I start the season with this squad, I will be happy. What's the coach into the kind or say players no matter about na dey akọ ne Jaffa home so omo bra omo hase eno ni adia and o ka so omo bra omo hase we no say that's very important. And also club the players no more other options to be decided so mbaba into no class that one is very important. Moving on, and there was some Manchester United very careful players are on befa ba ultimately say we there we throw shots at the Amaganachu and Rashford ne boys na no mo hadwen with team ne boye and on Kobe San said Brian Mbuebu any Matis Cunha so addition on ma join Manchester United no so far and also so to say and I'll say or no he has no doubt to say these two boys na aba club with him no on my club and say akoyie pa say I make it team much stronger. And I'm to us we be say Garnacho, Anthony, Jadon Sancho, Malacia, Sekobase, Omenya Club. On by the end of coach and say Omenya Club because Manchester United have value to these boys. Inti say Ekobase value no boys no teams na ever for those boys and say when to me meet value no problem. They will join the team, but as well as somebody there, one can handsome. It was say Jason Walcott and Omar Barada enim the actual values of those players. Into anya the obey me aka tinchina poti ebia the value of those players. Tenu yen someone coach ne eka. Big let me start with it because in common course to be Matis Cunha so eka sa on so can send bebre also no on canis on Philisa a pressure. Also rather a privilege mom and winya. on fan and say a pressure to play for Manchester United. He's rather taking it as a privilege to say, "I don't be na tono soa." And also, ebo Manchester United or say, "Abra Ruben Amorim, Asia no, I only din come on a choir. Ruben Amorim me fast so I can such and in the project up upon a casachan, and they decided say, "Oh no, quackable ball at the Manchester United." Let's start with this first half. Stories be pretty well into a casana with the Shimusa, your monk opening.
First of all, I mentioned from the Luke Shaw situation. Coach and I say this season I have been Luke Shaw been a competition from Patrick Dogo because Dogo are just any more than one or so. Kwaku question I may be saying say you can't a player been a competition then it means a player no Yankasa on number one. And I do be born also the more conquer. And I said, when you be an more conquer, and I Nippon the competition was our position because Nippon dime be the damn or the modi beardia. A chest of us was just our position non on the ball. But look, sure now he didn't home come on. You see, Manchester United's number one. He's an experienced player, he's a good player, he's a quality player, he's a top player. But look, sure, how many times are I available for Manchester United? Coach and then any Baba Betonoso. So you be a Baba Benya competition with Manchester United Bobo Konim. Then it means that he's the coach's preferred choice. And me not surprised say coach in the cast assembly because sorry Europa Cup final now. Now look sure Atan can chapa. But I fit no available no. I think that you bought one match and you be Europa Cup final. Coach need decided so best start no Europa Cup final. So clearly he's one player coach in OGD won. But then again, look Shaw injury record set to say how they were near Tonoso. Season 9 Baby Remo. Look Shaw has played some kind year around 198 matches in the Manchester United.
A Planados
since joining you. He joined Manchester United in 2014.
Acho, so that's like 11 years.
11 years since Luke Shaw joined Manchester United.
Send them players how much you team no home.
Oh yes.
Wow.
He joined Manchester United in 2014. And not joining Manchester United. Yam fan is a season be a Premier League in Nkwampo no. 38 games in Omoyede. Omobo. It's yam fa other cup matches in Kaho. Not Champions League be a or the yam fan is a season be a average Manchester United both 50 matches. So your 50 matches are 11 seasons in here. Manchester United are bossing 550 matches. Player now can on 17 Abomu 198 on board half po.
Last year I may say 62 games. Last year alone. And that's the last season alone. Abi bought 62. Na adi 48 kahon. 110. 2 seasons in the I may say 110 games.
In 2 seasons. And I make us say matches now Manchester United, but in every season, about 50. But the emphasis say 50. League in Kwaya 38. The emphasis say the cup games in one in account. But the emphasis say 50 matches every season. 11 season is near 550 matches. Or Bomu 198. Until me more half of the matches are Manchester United abo since I joined the club no, from 2014. Until yet then a player we will can ask them. So when you be a Oba money competition. Big so availability can be a problem than to talk of him competing.
That's a good question because look sure Obiani says so you fit there no context for because Otimi Krabo as a centre back.
Yes.
Inti would you want Manchester United to move on
from the Luke Shaw days?
Yeah, no one town one I say they should.
Of course, Kwaku. There is no guarantee say Luke Shaw will stay fit throughout the season. They are Manchester United. Me. Okasa Assembly Chairman Nadia Majedi, based on the injury records.
Yeah, some more. Or you £200,000.
Yes, and anytime most of the time, you go preseason or you fit.
Nada.
Minimum preseason or you fit. But then you say you run the proper season, Muna, you start the league in other matches. No, yes, you look sure injury. Not in China, Manchester United, in Chanica. And this such a player. So when you ban out me a tona, Mobia Baba Befana. Look for me a short.
Why never?
Saudi clubs.
No,
look sure.
They be now look sure. They na they be a wow. Obi a sporting director be a Alberto look sure. Sisiano. Your manager or the club owner will question you because clearly he's not fit. You know, what is the point?
Manchester United, we've seen situations of players are opera with team A, but we make move no team B.
Then let's say or call club for onkupra because we know your president and Kofi. A sporting director, I catch also go to look show. What you say when region records bad. Kofi be catch now say or buy had their own pra. Question one.
Koku question no.
Exactly.
But the Indiana make us there been players are opera able be ko be who prani bi no. Obi an kai shekro obi a wadi boy chibia be kai Iron Robin. He was a player team bi obekombia no prepra, Real Madrid no prepra, Chelsea no prepra. At the point on one coach Jose Mourinho, e ka say Robin ye play okita rubber legs. No ye sure say Chelsea bobo na wusu TV ne kra hwa Robin be pra. On one coach. But Robin moved from these clubs. Eko PM or Bayern Munich. Ni injury records necessary. After now Robin now consistently all plano. Premium or Bayern Munich. It's a bit to me about say Ebi Compa will show in here a new environment.
Well,
now Ebi a doctor say oh Ben what you wanna near master. But at Manchester United, I feel they have to move on from Luke Shaw days.
Okay.
He has nothing to give Manchester United.
Asemo. Oka Amorim Sama. My main room question about Konemi and Sancho for Kubisana, which is very important. Now for you move on to other stories because Nkoboi Kubisana about Bruno Fernandes say Bruno Fernandes number 10 now born. I told you be also Sana Manuko number 8. Inti new role anka so be play next season here then. And I'll say Bruno Fernandes no bet me abo ni mienu nyina asa ni esi ni no bet me abo 8 bet me abo 10. Na mum okase eya na onfi Bruno Fernandes all number 10 na oboa esa sempempi no eya na ofi Bruno Fernandes in the number 10 position but the problem they say time bia na someone ball Bruno Fernandes no in number 10 no just so drop deep ebe fa ball and so sa no create gap e wenim ho nti one concern na ono so don't coach number 10 wa ope but time bia just Bruno no so ba e chire be fa ball and Kobe Sansa Kobe Menu so way ono so bobo 10 and answer bobo 8 and I say Kobe Menu obetimi abo position ni obetimi abo high obetimi abo close e won finfi won ebom one thing I wa observe about Kobe Menu so Kobe Menu so obetimi abo ball ne pa ne style say time will be ano he needs to be close to the ball. He needs to get closer to the ball. And then to me, I'll Kobe Menu ye pa. Say boy in the I know our talent ye pa. Name I was say Kobe Menu increasing in tempo. Now increasing in tempo noa ebeboa. In yema me anyway vis-a-vis Manchester United's midfield. Yenhwe ne move on to the next stage.
Akoku asama coach will be na Morim kan especially about Bruno Fernandes. I feel say Bruno Fernandes, the days are not the bottom of 10 Manchester United nay over. I am saying this because so what Manchester United situation last season? Any baby and brand any bar, no man numbers Emma Manchester United pa at the number 10 position. It was because our Manchester United there was nobody. And number 10 nobody me about one bonny to say Bruno Fernandes. Until coaching be pushing no the nako. There are times I am at hey. Say Manchester United yes selection. Na me who's Bruno Fernandes dina number 8 and na me bofu. I thought I'm pona coaching you as a number 6. Na me bofu because me feel say when he gets closer to the 18-yard area, no man numbers. And clear. Your both season in the English Premier League. Only Amad Diallo ne goals kasi Manchester United. Obia 8 goals. E Premier League But we are entering a new season. Manchester United are signings. Akwa for players are season na yebo twam no mo numbers what through league nim de chain Bruno Fernandes ebinom wo hono ma omo numbers no just what time see Bruno de anim mienu ansa na timi aduru omo de embomo last season in the English Premier League actually 20 league goals waba Manchester United player friend is Kunia last season actually 15 league goals waba Manchester United Ruben Amorim formation and style no he plays one arrowhead striker. No about the double number 10 behind that striker. The double number 10 no. Wakwa from Boemo de Naba. Wafa Kunia de Naba. Kunia Bebo has the right number 10. Now sorry the left number 10. Now Boemo Abo has the right number 10. And between these two players, when you're the number 10 mienu ni wo hono ma wie. It is a Bruno Fernandes our Manchester United. That's a still bet me operate centrally. No performing better than Manchester United Bobo Kuna. Minim DNT as a chinchina or pushing Bruno Fernandes than the anymore. Last season now the anymore because one boss our position no one yard. To be my numbers.
Okay.
And into now the Neko. But today you've gotten 2 players and normal numbers in the last season. And what's future Bruno Fernandes there? It's here they are Bruno Bebanechi. And Bruno last season Bebanechi Bebrebeno was as a result of Manchester United. In fin one of the anaya lucky.
No more lucky day.
Now Manchester United in new Obio control games and my
very good.
Obio lazy very well between the defense and then the attack. It's just a Bruno now, it's a sacrifice. No, that's our Bechila Baba Jibo Nakai. Now,
this Manchester United midfield problem. I don't get you. Inti munim say we will be able to control the game from the middle at the Amamwa. They inti na mukoto Manuel Ugarte. Knowing very well, say more similar profiles be breeze, profile more be break Casemiro, Toby Collier, similar profile. Inti say Bruno Fernandes nyamia dom. And say number 8 you be control games the ama bakwa na metimi aka so no so control like a crane coach so complaining the performance ko be menu.
Yeah.
And say wo asem ya working. Let's say Bruno Fernandes go 8. Is what's of Kobe Menu?
Kobe Menu could be a backup number 8.
England four-star player.
They are the number 6 rule na there. Say
Ugape yeah, Casemiro girl.
Omumi Lubako bebo. And Kobe Menu looking at the age. Obetimi understand you properly. He's a good player, no doubt about it. But
the World Cup is coming if he's dropped Uncle World Cup.
Kweku enye player bi o te bench bi ani to onya kwan wo national team mu. Obi a starter o baby. But obi bench. That's one fast watch and do starter o baby no.
But you know on say that is when one national team you know. Why establish one dada?
Of course.
And the unya boni be more coaches will still get you. But wait, on your starter dada or pray for position.
Yeah.
See, when you get dropped, you are done. If you want to say Conor has, you see, person back to England. Send a beya or be 1 year giddy. I'm an 18 yabo. Jordan Henderson munina no luman for in pay World Cup abo. And it's munina about England. No, what the make you say? They say World Cup no, you're very important. If Kobe Menu say next season more drop one. We say bye-bye to the World Cup.
Kweku ade ba ko so ne se wo ho. E betimi affect akwala ne chances for World Cup no kre. But e betimi nso so a difficult situation, but it could be akwala ne betena bench but still betimi akwa World Cup ni bi.
That would be very tough, eh?
Of course, extremely difficult situation akwala ne finding ne ho no. And looking at the crowd film to say England there where they have a pool of players to select from, a bad thing. But coach ni betimi ehu ebi akwara anytime he comes from the bench the impact will make you a game anymore. So and said ye kano Kobe Menu last season ebi enye position akwara ne pe enye the preferred position which is the position of the double number 10s. But last season Europa Cup ni mse ohwe there were games and that coach in the boss our position now Oshe goes for Manchester. It's the double number 10s being at the right being at the left and then the central midfield roles panase positions be ansa we ni na akwada ne betimi abomu bia eti eno so advantage dem akwada ne say enkoye se Bruno nya bad games nko ana se Bruno ehun so ana Bruno opira na bibi to Bruno nko ana ye de wo ba but bibi to Kunia position e say change a obetimi aba mbo mo position e say change a obetimi aba and I feel say akwada ne de obepe so obebo no doubt about it but me nim team asesi akobi Menu ene Bruno Fernandes be kwa kopiem na yeyi ba kwa ma na starting e be yi Kobe Menu.
Well, in Saudi bebre sisi and I know ana Xavi Hernandez story babo on saying say India for national team ko pay dwuma India for am farm na dey na ka tu yesu make a story we dey atwetwe so mate say Xavi Hernandez no nkofo say India for ne boa na boa no mo boa ni nyina o de Xavi Hernandez a story na better national team na ma say coaches afofro future say obi ehun say dwuma na ayakono and they want someone no meanwhile Real Madrid for still no one Vinicius Junior somebody ne ko sika Kylian Mbappe agi the same need almost omonye into boy no mra na omegere no humbo ball no park no so na fe on kire Sampa negotiations, you know. Me per se me yes, but see idea. Obviously, they are not willing to do that as of now. Charlie, Tarami nyana against so person kubuta fugu say unya premiership ni man ko pepa. I know na say no so gusu ano so koso afede toso biu. Paul Victor wa pass in America since CCI was Sporting Braha into deal no so be go through. Adidas for no. She say omo brand Lami Yamal pa. Na they are selling Lami Yamal to the Asian markets. And now no more than call China. She say akwara support be bring wa China. Almost the next trip I want to go South Korea, then they go Japan. When say more we observant pa no time Lami Yamal e call China no. When we saw Barcelona Jesse da. So we one Barcelona Jesse ba kumpra da. Everything was this either the Spanish national team or Adidas for JC Spanish national team. Adidas the sponsor woman. And ono so Adidas. Inti no deliberate Adidas for na dey call China. Inti utim say abroni dey on fana dey near grow. Inti obi buy or so buy Lami Yamal no Barcelona JC and no more pamo. Because pictures say be kwa bontin nyina on say Adidas. Master nko from business in near grow. Inti na Barcelona for say wa go nke Barcelona wan ship Barca JC ba ko kra inti say no Adidas for no more projects no say Messi he's fading off. Sure. The next star nkwada animo no Lami Yamal
see they say yenim de be sichina but se bibia nsesa dia the face of world football within the next possible years and as the next few years Lami Yamal
na Copa any Copama and then omo sisi no
Copama the buzz the hype surrounding Copama enandru Lami Yamal de no
you see it's why I observe here Nancy Nike is also trying to project Copama on say we no our public image and also pushing the public whether negative or not he's selling his name
of course
but Copama is more reserved which might affect say Messi na Messi na mempem ho asem na say Messi call you can say USA mo say ne niam asesa kakra inti no say ye project wa sometimes no ye mo asesa kakra na say Copama pa ono oye reserved mo say ne niam ya babo nti no bo say ba o twa picture bi no address bi inti say Nike for so person mu project Copama drum person but should be told swag the Lami Yamal na will be CCI what you say
inti Lami Yamal is out there in the public eye in the world's eye as the next person to take over the throne of world football men disrespect Copama there be he's a quality player the modern was thorough no doubt about it but I feel say Lami Yamal was a hype no at the channel. Cole has to work his way there. And he's still on course, working his way to.
Now he's changing. Changing.
Of course. But Kopim say obedru honom ne there. Lami Yamal and the was honom. And they di Ballon d'Or home command. People mention his name, mention Osman Dembele. People feel say was on put near the Ballon d'Or near at the man. And he Oshe Akwadano or cut that level and that tangent and attention no no so. It's almost mukita na person mo fa any good means so no so making sure somebody back cash out because football at the end of the day is business and one of the biggest markets in a football circuit it is the Asian market
very well
they have the numbers almost dozen it is all ton what year Asia now Asia for only some no almost and one place at Manchester United sikapa and I feel say other teams any other brands and so realizes are there because Asia for no you say nipa chomoja
almost the
Oscar no it is a who peja product and now they get closer no more fall in love with the project omu bediga omu fall in love with the product omu bediga ma wonyam faso de aye be e de film and no ne ade Adidas for na shout yes omu ye e de Lami Yamal and the year kan nyina no they are selling the player kwagu Ballon d'Or hon komo ayedi FIFA World Best Player hon komo ayedi e to that popularity bem and no one ma shout omu ye ma akwada no because omu to aba no ebinum to no based on the popularity of the player
and the no cretro do
it is a san e money bebe mu a adeɛ na Adidas for no nso so yɛ in a way ɔmo nso project ɔmo player no eti ɛkɔba sɛ yɛ to aba na ɛboa ma ninya numbers a imagine sɛ nipa Adidas kete no anaasɛ ɔ sponsor no ɔyɛ ne brand ambassador ɔno na awɔ ne the Ballon d'Or. Look at the mileage ɛbɛma Adidas.
Interesting. Very interesting. Gyokeres Walande. I've seen mini buses I am tidy for place, you know. Arsenal for tie you suka way party for place. Well,
there's only a team.
Fulham. Who say Yabeka some open Raheem Sterling?
Yeah.
Na Mate say offer Chelsea. It's the minimum say Raheem Sterling offer. Fulham offer Chelsea sisia na makohwemu a Karen Disbury Hall. Say open. We dey akoda we coach ni favorite. Enso so ne nam team ni mu saa uhuni oyewo. Uhuni oyewo team ni mu. Ada say omoma no kono omoma Andrew Santos opportunity ma akoda yimbobo ni bi. Uhuni oyewo team no. Senior man. Andrew Beta Arsenal for sporting director. Say our contact agent for bebre kwan ben na ebefa so aton Gabriel Jesus. Say better pay buyer for Gabriel Jesus. Jules Kunde. And then they catch us a deco Asia Jules Kunde ni agent. Boy no agree say documents be anyame adomwa omo free Asia ba oba be sign contract no ediama Barcelona until 2030. Into the whole contract no mu nyina everything ye done. Lionel Messi Hodi Aba ya suspend omo 1 match. Into Inter Miami game omo ni Cincinnati for bebono omo mbobi. MLS sa omo all-star game no. Ka Messi ka so ombobi. When few omo kra no. Omo suspend na we for Messi wo be. So what's for kra no na weekend the obed devil feel router. Offer wo be. Thomas omo suspend Messi. E only Hodi Aba. Nyame adomo game e be koso no. Ye mo mbobi. Omo ni Cincinnati. Hey! Na House of Folks Cincinnati for no omo ho.
Omo show.
Hey!
Omo show.
Eh. Cincinnati for no boy. And a Hoffenheim for no so way.
Omo nyina.
So Hoffenheim for omo kai so omo House of Folks.
Omo kai. Agogo kai. Sen krata na da ho.
Nti omo kohwem kakra na omo kai.
Omo kai.
Kolomwani. Newcastle for akọ ho se na yesi ka kire wo no. Na metete se Manchester so epese omukobisa Kolomwani ase na msimkofu Action FC Seeking FC we have asked FC anyway 3 Premier League clubs and a pair Stefan Ortega name mate say Turkey club Fenerbahce so ababe kan Manchester City goalkeeper Stefan Ortega ono so mate say ono so ababe kan nti no ano ye Samuel Lino de we wie ni dealer ono so eko join Flamingo Charlie Flamingo for so like joke Club World Cup no scan no munya no mu disika na pop hey master na senior kotoko ne kwenya be $12 million buyer ke be se team ni nyina
Oh, nothing here team na.
kat ye be se the entire team because ke sike krekre wo hokra ye di can you
Any bi kwa bobo se.
master can you see openyi ye share this part na enko the next one
Akwaku mama hwe Gabriel Jesus. Gabriel Jesus at Arsenal and Gabriel Jesus at Manchester City. Are two different players. At Manchester City now, a branch anymore sort of one of the best strikers in the English Premier League. Now, ultimately, Moni Gabriel Jesus and Film. Open reduce for Manchester City Bobo Konimu, a Boajin crew, especially domestic titles, the English Premier League, and the other trophies account. Mikel Arteta Arsenal, I got to that point and up and say, I feel the team now are building enough to be here, players from war winning mentality. Ebeba be reacting now for the cause of Arsenal winning or fighting for the English Premier League. And no shall see so of Faba and no call Man City and no far players ni be by or far a year left back and so I didn't free honum I didn't buy enough for far Gabriel Jesus and so I didn't count Gabriel Jesus a buy the performance of him especially in the first season nanya bad cry because the first season was Arsenal he scored 11 goals in the Premier League and almost 6 assists. Every Arsenal supporter was happy. Obi ababe who say modern mono almost from an Arsenal striker honomono. Previously strikers be about to from Momono. Gabriel Jesus buy and I feel they baba be momo. After that season, and I near my chance yes I form. Last 2 seasons, 27 matches or so in the league. Abranti share just 4 goals. It will Premier League anymore. Next from 11 goals in the first season. I feel adapted to the Arsenal team and set up every no be my numbers was wrong. I feel na chance I take off. Say injuries the Birmingham now feel almost expected to say best. Last season it was worse. Last season injuries have Brantiano still no numbers in ma about 17 league matches last season and share just 3 goals. It's for a striker I'll buy now you're consistent. Now my numbers. I feel you're moving from being consistent with the numbers and then play to being inconsistent with play and then the numbers itself. A prayer hano. It's why you're fitting on Samba Gina Park so on to me sounds more. Empa Mars na Bobo Kono to the extent that there was a Teta Kofa Kai Havertz and then ba now a midfielder or back convert and a makeshift role and man about the number 9 position no be born number 9 position no numbers are not Odema Arsenal no better than Gabriel Jesus and no yet typical number 9 and it's a player now could team now could do that kind of stage team need the option bigger than so be more free Bobo Kono now happen the perform on only be team born in that position no the number. And then the name so ama Teta ko pe Gyokeres edina bano and say Gyokeres ye fit no ba na numbers no ma was sporting no ba be masa same numbers na untimi nya gidi o Gabriel Jesus mu there be because we fallen down the pecking order e bi mpo akai have the back up to that position and so the ama Arsenal bobo no so no so ye fitter and for me you can't blame Teta Ababa be do that stage and also making the way out of the club and on yet that bad as a talent. Injuries are hano, but just as we've always been saying, it doesn't make you a bad player. And to nobody me for no. But for us now, the kind of projects they are doing now, where they want to get to by winning the English Premier League there, I'm going to inform into Gabriel Jesus. And I know now man Baba do say
Gabriel Jesus.
Disbury Hall. Coach Bia or player or GD. Our few saw the neighbor team more be boama nema konkan but Kenan Disbury all ba Chelsea no performance no enye that good now oka say was some ma akwara no kono man Andre Santos the opportunity me ne we are 100% me nim de besi e be ma Disbury ho atena boboko nim na Andre Santos be ko Chelsea me sure say no mo nigide wa Andre Santos mo wa Cologne okone nam Nottingham or buy and papa bia and of course Strasbourg. But of course Strasbourg last season no. He was one of the brightest spots in the French league last season. Wa boy no na wie. E bia wa nya opportunity and hwe bebre wo ho. Eti gidie ne nche da maaye. Club World Cup ni mu. Caicedo na bought the defensive midfield role in Chelsea. Andre Santos here fortunate said there was a game due to accumulated cards. Na Caicedo ni ho against Palmeiras. On the bebo mfimfi one of Chelsea. Sena wuni gidie wa Abranti anymore. Me sure says our game ne bema gidie. He showed quality against Palmeiras. Wa match Chelsea supporter bia amfe Caicedo mpo. Na emom Caicedo na ye Caicedo nti so sanso ba Barca. I was all the neighbor be no babebo and a Caicedo by no bajili position. But the Andre Santos chair no woman I clear. Se season na ye baba be rem se Chelsea kipino. Na se BBC e ye injury na beba Caicedo afam. Accumulated cards na beba. Na Chelsea pro bi obehwe bench. No anya ni da so woni mu so no ba be sheme obetimi aba. Ono no Andre Santos ni available obetimi ayese adwuma no. And there are certain players in the Chelsea setup. Teams be prepare omo. Nancy Yate Enzo Fernandes there. Obeka Sada na Oka defensive midfield na Oka Enzo Fernandes. Andre Santos also plays as a central midfielder.
Yeah.
Otimi boss auro nonso. If you imagine say all bon kaka na all understand the Chelsea game and the English Premier League. Na Caicedo ni ho Enzo ni another possibly ebipa Enzo ko. Na opo bi amana fill it in. Quickly no slotting in because what team ni philosophy next star na say that any the English Premier League terrain na nkasa so what here. Interesting. Me feel say Chelsea ma kwara no opportunity na Disbury Hall no me there. Kwaku opportunity no munya last season no amfa. Say Chelsea ton no mo gidi o ma at least loan be there. Omo ma Disbury Hall nko. Na Andre Santos experience no ono so na metena no fighting for a place our Chelsea team nim.
Me no ya dwen Osimhen to Gala no unza chepa
Togu.
I'm for kura refi.
Me won krampo.
Ujafo da so on Nigeria na ne okoni mantemu ho. Omo Hanan Kama Galatasaray champion of Turkish league and I'm just number 45 na Victor wie no oko efia onyi ewom but you check it platform na efia onyi ewom no nti no Victor Osimhen so echo and na edi ewie sometimes it is good to go back to where you were from the beginning. Of course. What I say, okwa na ohwe wutimi hwe efia onyi free mu a ohwe fie ni din na wahwe mpempen so a wodura ohun se nyame aye bebre nti sometimes some of these things you know it is important and I reflect back ehun say obi wo a ni ntade dada akura no on person beto akwene because
I think it was David.
Yeah. Ni boss wa na wakai se nyame aye bi
na emfa ho ne ba bia woduru no or their brain ho ase looking at where he came from. Until these things are
if you mama be if you onyi no
these people are the same people that go almost support you.
Yeah.
Obi wo ma enye sika
senior man say onyi if you emu
and obi wo a enye sika wo na e bia wo ho osi me opesika free ni wo e bi mpo a wadwa nanu ma che na damfo bi say ye ni Victor Osimhen na net area ha and the fact say Osimhen be ba no obahwehwe no hu ni keke no dia confirm asem na o ka che nkrofo no nko ano okay
very well
e bi kwa Jesse bi e bi a boots bi shinga bi boys from bobo area hono na o dia mom no so mani age enye sika debi but our presence in nko ampo keke no etimi ye bibi and it serves as a motivation to other players e bi akwara bi wo area hono ma obobo na bam kompo ye bu but the moment obehu say hey Osimhen abaha ampa harum na no free and watimi abedu this level then it means I men so me yere me ho I can make it and unquire enough that young player so by yere no no abobra no.
And this is also enough for today's show. We say thank you very much. West Answaba. Yankopon Show.